Well, it occurred to me that I haven't shown you how I make the cabbage juice, because I don't want you to think that we just get cabbages and put them in the blender, because we tried that, and that was a fail. So right now I have to decide if I want to put the potatoes on, or make this juice and make sure it's in the freezer. I should do the potatoes first. I guess I'll just have green beans for our side dish. Yeah, but with what? Mackerel patties. I might just do pasta with meatballs and Alfredo. Try to stay away from red sauces in general and pastas. I'm saying pastas because apparently pizzas and lasagna is not that big of a problem as long as we keep it spread out. But this is quick, and I actually went to the grocery store. Brought these seaweed, snack on them. I got a little, a little small pack. That's what that looks like. It tastes real fishy. It tastes real fishy. Savory roasted Korean seaweed with sesame oil.
Servings per container, it's 2 servings, and calories per serving is 30.
This whole thing here is 30 calories. I'm gonna want to find something else creative too. Are they oily? I think they're oily. It's gonna give me fish breath, and I'm not gonna get no sugar from Mr. And that would never do. Cabbage juice, which has been proven to be good for gastric issues. And so what we did was we put some cabbage in a blender, and we tried to drink it like a smoothie. It was horrible. It was unfathomably distasteful. That was a no-go. So we figured we would take the cabbage and juice it like you're supposed to do originally, I presume, since it's cabbage juice. And normally I'll see, bodybuilders just shoot it, because even half of them admit that it's disgusting, and the other half, from me to you, can't be trusted. If you ever see a fitness or a nutritional guru or a wannabe raw vegan vegetarian nature super wannabe tree hugger person suggest cabbage juice to you and drink it and then act like it's palatable, they will lie to you about everything, because there's no reason to lie about that. So I said all that to let you know that we now use red cabbage juice. If I do say so myself, that was a brilliant idea on my part. That was all my idea. When people are drinking cabbage juice, I never 100% ever hear anybody suggest red cabbage or purple cabbage, if you so choose to call it. So I have my cabbage here. I cut it so as to fit into the juicer. Vegetables. I have carrots that I always peel when I get them from the store. The end too. I don't want whatever has touched any parts of the outside of this carrot be ingested into our bodies. Cut the ends off. Shout out to these carrots for getting me a new garbage disposal. I'm gonna take these carrots and stick them in there. My cucumber, and I only use half of this. So when I put the cabbage juice in, I pretty much can eyeball it, and I know I only put in enough that'll come up about 1.5 inches in this jar. I don't know, but y'all gauge how big this I guess it's a quart. Take half of this cucumber. So I'm just using that until my cucumbers grow. And those will be cucumbers that I will not have to peel, because I know those cucumbers personally. I have here my favorite apple in the universe. Y'all remember my tree didn't make it. It's just as well. All the neighbors that had an apple tree, the 2 neighbors that I knew had an apple tree, have now cut them down. So I wouldn't have a pollinator at this. And so, for financial reasons, I recently, after years, I attempted to go ahead and see how I was like, it shouldn't make that much difference if I use a different kind of apple in the juice. It should be okay. But no. We drank it. It was fine. But the difference in palatability is significant. Yeah, when I make this with Honeycrisp apples, it's a breeze to guzzle right down. When I tell you, you can feel it. It feels like you just get chills. But those aren't, I'm convinced that that's vitamins and minerals working in your body. And if you get chills like that a lot, I interpret that as an indication that you have been depriving your body of the minerals that you are getting in that vegetable juice. So I had 2 apples. Sometimes Honeycrisps are big as hell. And when they are, you can just get away with using 1.5 apples. And here are my slices, my slices that I've set aside to adorn the glass. First, I'm going to put some moringa, longevity spinach, and just like 3 leaves of basil. Is it raining? Greens are going to make the juice a little less red. I'm going to stir this up. I got my red in there, my redness. Scoop the foam off the top, because that'll leave me room to put this last. Now I'm going to get this screen. This is actually a sink screen, I believe. Maybe hair. Maybe it's for hair. Anyway, so stuff doesn't go down your drain. But I use this to strain my juice when I'm done making it, as I am now. I get another mason jar, normally another mason jar. I have one, why don't I use it? These are the jars I originally used to make my juice with because it's so short, it fits right under that spout. So I never even used the spout that the juicer came with because it's plastic. And y'all know me, all glass every time. So I put this, and you see more foam has already collected on the top there. So we're gonna pour this in here. Strainer, because then you have more foam and pulp there. Now I'm going to rinse this jar out and put the screen back in here and do the same thing from here. Now I cut little slits in this, can you see? Little slits in the apple. And he drinks it out of these little whiskey glasses. And then I put it in the freezer. And this little bit, I put in this bottle for in the morning. So before he goes to work in the morning, he can drink the rest of it. And I just fill it up to there. Because that way he's actually getting a little bit more than he's getting in the whiskey glass. But he thinks it's the same amount. And I'm going to drink this right out of here. So I hope that helped. Yeah, you're gonna be able to handle it. You'll be able to handle it. Another piece of apple. So really, I only use an apple and a half. That Honeycrisp. Because if I use some other kind of apple, I need every bit of damn near 3 apples. So really, without counting my my greens that most people are not gonna have, you know, the moringa and such. All it is cabbage, carrots, cucumber, and apple. That's the moral of the story. The recipe is cabbage, carrots, cucumbers, and apple. 3 C's and an egg. Now, let me show you what else I did. Let's talk juicers, shall we? I went through 4 juicers before I got the juicer that I have. This is gonna be helpful to you. This is gonna be a helpful video, bitch. Okay, cause people be lying to y'all and y'all buy it, and it's not. I know it's not your fault. Because everybody telling the same lie. Look, I failed. But we started out with the Breville because of hoopla, and that was bullshit. So we took that back. We ended up getting a Bella because that was the very next one, as far as upscale juicers go. Domestic juicers. I'm not talking about these $200, $300, $400. I'm not even gonna start with that. The one I'm not talking about the ones that's like $300, $400, $500. I mean, I'm not. I mean the domestic juicers for everyday people. Breville, you're gonna hear a lot about. Bullshit. Bella, we went to get next, right? This should be fine. The Bella's next. Because I was just concerned that my carrots wouldn't juice. Which is stupid. Really? Breville? Carrots? Like, if you're juicing at all vegetables, you're gonna put carrots in half of everything. You know, and damn near everything. But anyway, the second one was Bella, and we went through 3 of those. Motors blowing, it's not handling the carrots. 3 of them. We took it back, got another one. We figured maybe it was a manufacturer's fluke. We got it. It happened again. We took it back. Why did we get a 3rd one? Denial. It's like there's no way they're selling this to people for juicing, and it won't even juice. It won't even handle the basic vegetable that people juice with. So after the third time that one blew, we just went back to the store and we was like, you know what? Let's get that cheap one that was on the shelf that we overlooked because we figured just regular people, rookies, was buying this juicer because it was $59. Let's round it up to 60. It was $60. Okay, in comparison to over $100 for the other juicers. So we said, let's just try this cheap ass $60 Hamilton Beach Big Mouth. We got this Hamilton Beach Big Mouth. It's cheap every day. Hamilton Beach Big Mouth. And I haven't had trouble with my juicer since. And this was like I think 2014. Anyway, it's lasted us some years. And the only time I ever had a problem with it was a few months ago when it just wouldn't even turn. And when I turned the knob wouldn't even turn on. And it would stick, and it was really hard. So I went crybaby into Mr. And Mr. rinsed this power knob. Apparently some juice had, dripped down from the spout, I guess, and gotten dried up in here. So we and it was just like new. It was literally just like new after that. Now this, what I'll do to make cleanup easier. And don't put this in the dishwasher, because water will get inside it somehow. And this is just to push your vegetables down, but water will get inside that. So don't put that in the dishwasher. And what I was looking for was something that would be easy to clean, but bitch, hang it up. You're gonna always have to struggle with going ahead and cleaning your juicer. But when you get done making the juice, just do it. It's gonna take 5 minutes. It just seems like it's tedious and time consuming, but it's not. It's really not. And the worst part of it is only gonna be your cutting bowl. I don't know. And why not go ahead and get it out of the way? Because if you don't, your kitchen is gonna start smelling like old produce, and I don't think that's what you want. And I take the leftover pulp that was caught in the container. For those of you who compost it. This is going down my disposal. Look how pretty all the colors. I used to rinse this out, but again, old produce does not smell good, so I don't want to exasperate that issue by wetting it, since it's the juicer sucked all the juice out, so it's kind of dry. Still smells though. So I just pour that out, and I no longer rinse the bag out. So I double bagged it, in fact, so that I take that inside bag, tuck it down in this outside bag, and I tie this outside bag in a knot, and put that in the garbage. So then you're left with this, which is the worst of the cleanup, and this is going to go so fast. I got this thing at the, not the dollar store. I got it in the dollar section of the grocery store, which we don't have anymore. They jacked us for that. But this was in the dollar section, so this probably is either in a dollar store or in a cheap section of the auto shop, because it was with the auto stuff. Because I got like this too, and this is a soft brush though. I intended to wash the car with that. If anybody knows how big a slob I am, I can count on one finger the times I have washed my car by hand. Just like, you know how your dentist says you get your teeth clean by brushing in circles? Same here. You have to do several laps around this whole thing. And then you go on the inside, still in circles. You can see it coming off. Loosening up and coming off. Just that simple, most of it's off. Take a little dish soap and put that around the outside. Wash it again. Now you're going to see the suds in circles. Go on the inside. I literally use 1 drop of soap. And voila. Then I put my juicer back together. And I put a little cup underneath there too. And I put a small bathroom cup underneath the spout to catch any dripping water. So there's that. And I actually have my little bamboo cutting board, but I put one of my plastic ones on top. And fresh juice gets old fast, so you want to go ahead and guzzle that on down.